Hello students! This week is our English test next Thursday at 9 a.m. So you have to review the units 2 and 3. First of all, I'm going to show you what pages are important for us. It's important that you review. And later we are going to do some exercises on page 105 and 106. Okay? So, take your book. Let's start. On Unit 2, you should study page 19, the blend words and the idioms. You should study distance when you want to avoid talking about something. Yes, you want to tell something to someone, but you don't want to give your opinion. Okay, so you use different words to avoid your opinion. You should study page 24, Cleft Sentences, when you have one sentence and then you create two sentences. Great. Now, Unit 3, you should study page 29, the vocabulary, words that we use to describe people personality, idioms again, and page 30, Cleft Sentence number 2. Get someone done. This part we didn't study, so you don't need to study this, okay? Just Cleft Sentence, second part. And page 34, conditionals. Third conditional and the mixed type, okay? Nice. Now we are going to do the exercises that I told you. When you take your book, you have these exercises that are called Review Unit 2, page 105. Okay? Great. So, the first one, you are going to combine words to create a different word. Remember? Blend words, when you mix the words and you have a different meaning. Workaholic, spork, and we have many different ones. So in this exercise, which words can you create? Okay, can I check with you? Which words? Great. So let me show you. Pixel, emoticons, model, smog, fortnight, that we add 14 and night, breathalyze, slang, teleton, and chocoholic. Okay, pixel, I mix picture with element. Emoticon, I mix emotion with icon. Model, motor and hotel. Smog, smoke and fog. Fortnight, 14, night. Breathalyze, breathe and analyze. Slang, you mix slowly and language. Telethon, you mix telephone with marathon. And chocoholic, you mix chocolate with alcoholic. Okay? Great. If you need, you can pause the video and then continues, okay? I'm going to do exercise 2. In our exercise 2, you need to complete the sentences using one of these words. Fortnight, smog, chocoholic, emoticon, and teleton. I'm a real, I have to have at least 2 bars a day. I am a chocoholic. Great. The fire caused widespread and we couldn't see a thing. Smog. Yes. Many celebrities answered the phones for the TV to raise money for charity. The telethon. Yes. Telephone with marathon. Can you show me how to add emoticons to my message? We have to wait a whole fortnight before we get the results of the medical test. Perfect? Nice. The other one, you match the words to create a different one. So, fork plus spoon, we have spork. Situation plus comedy, we have sitcom, like Friends. Frankenstein plus food, we have Frankenfood. Which food do you consider a Frankenfood? I think a Frankfood for me is polenta with milk. Next one, motor plus pedal is moped. Documentary and drama, we create docudrama. Excellent. Great. Next one, we have the idioms. Okay? There is a missing word and you need to write. He talks so much, it's difficult to get a word in edgeways. Yes, when there are some people that speak so much that you couldn't answer hello to this person. Do you know someone? You could sell anything to anyone. You have really got the gift of the gab. That is like dom da palavra. I think Julian is in our group has the gift of the gab. I had to bite my, otherwise I would have said something I regret. I had to bite my tongue. Is like stop talking. I have no idea what this document means. It would be written in double Dutch for all I know. Dutch, it's the language that he speaks in Netherlands. It's similar to German, but it's not German. So it must be hard, but imagine in double Dutch, harder. Okay. Now exercise 5. We have the distancing here. When we talk about distancing, we can use distancing using passive voice. Okay? Said that, consider that, believe that. We can use the expression according, but I need to write according to. Yes? We can use our subject, verb to be, and my verb in the third column, consider, believe, said, thought. We can use tend to. We can use well, modal verbs plus well. So the first one, it is considered we have something missing. Passive voice. Renata said that. Luisa told that. So it is considered, what is the problem? That, oops, sorry, I'm going to explain you. So the missing word in here is that, okay? Consider that, believe that. When I use according, I need to write to. Okay? You can just write here the missing words. You don't need to rewrite the whole sentence. How many languages are thought to die out each year? We need to write the are thought. Are considered, are said, are believed, are thought. Greeks tend to, always tend to, okay, we need the infinitive here. And when I have modal verbs, could well, might well, should well. Okay, so we have the missing here, well. Great. Nice. Remember, you don't need to rewrite the whole sentence. Just write here the word that is missing. Okay. Let's do our exercise 6. We need to rewrite the whole sentence, okay? People think that if you speak English, then Dutch is easy to learn. So if you speak English, you can learn Dutch easily. So people think, so I use subject, my verb to be, my verb in the third column, and to again. It is think, thought, that, if you speak English, then Dutch is easy to learn. Okay? Apparently, she speaks more than 6 languages. It would be apparent that she speaks more than 6 languages. It's a different way to say apparently, but for sure it's easily to use this way. Just to know that it's possible to use in a different way. The newspaper announced that the public library would be closed permanently from October. According to the newspaper, the public, then you continue the sentence. The public library would be closed permanently from October. It's possible that our son will become fluently in all 3 languages by the time he starts school. Their son, possible. When I'm talking about something that is possible, I'm going to use must or may. May well become fluent in all 3 languages by the time he starts school. Remember that this well, it's an option, okay? You can write or not. Great. Police believe the signature on this document has been forged. The signature seems to have been forged. Okay. Perfect. Now, in our exercise number 7, we have the cleft sentence. Remember, when I have cleft sentence, I need to use my verb to be. And I have two kinds of cleft sentence. The original cleft sentence that I use it was, it is. And the other kind, the pseudo cleft sentence, it is a cleft sentence. You give emphasis in something, but it's only one sentence, it's not two, okay? So remember, cleft sentence, we always need the verb to be. So let's check number 1. What I admire about Jonathan is his confidence. The original cleft sentence, we start with it. It was, then that she really got upset. I always need the verb to be. It is your pronunciation that is a problem. What she was used, the verb to be is here. What she was used social media to promote her new product. So she used the media to promote her product. So it's like, o que ela fez, so how can I say this? What she did, verb to be, was used social media. I said, what I said was, I always need the verb to be. What I said was, I didn't think he should watch the horror film. Great. Nice. And the last exercise we are not going to do. Okay? Number 8, we are not going to do. Now let's go to page 106. In our page 106, we have adjectives to describe personality. So when someone speaks so much about her past, she doesn't speak. When someone speaks too much, is a talkative person. But when someone doesn't speak about his and her past, this person is a secretive person. Yeah. Oops. Next. He is a popular and sociable man. Many people are fond of him. He is a gregarious person. Who is a gregarious person in our class? I think Lucas is a gregarious person in our class. Speak with many people. She is really down to earth and never talks about her talents or achievements. Someone that is modest. I think this one is Maria Eduarda. She's a modest girl. The band's new album takes a much more thoughtful direction than their previous rock music. Introspective. I didn't understand this sentence because it's not describing a person. But the book gives us this answer. I have met her several times and I find her a very friendly person and a joy to talk with. Affable? Yes. It's a person that is very friendly, kind, helpful. Okay? Nice. Now we are going to do exercise 2. It's just to rewrite the words, unscramble the words. I'll just show the answers and you can pause and copy because there is no explanation, or I don't need to remember anything with you to do this exercise. Okay? Just write the meaning. Oh, sorry guys, I am in number 4, number 2. Sorry, it's this one. Number 2, unit 3, number 2. Okay. I'm concerned that my sister has become very lately and will hardly leave her room. We've drawn someone that doesn't speak too much. It's like shine. She has been very with her time and advice. Generous. I find my new lecturer really approachable and communicative. My neighbor lives a very quiet and he rarely talks to others. Solitary. We are very family and always show each other how we feel. Demonstrative. Okay. Exercise 3 we are not going to do. Let's talk about the idioms. Okay? So here we need to correct the mistake. Let's not beat about the tree. Let's not beat about the bush. Do you remember the meaning of this? Beat around the bush. Beat around the bush means avoid talking about something that is important. You don't want to talk about this. Next. I've never been one to follow the people. What is the problem in here? I've never been one to follow the crowd. Yes. What's the meaning of follow the crowd? Do you remember? The meaning of this is to do things that most people are doing. It's like fazer o que todo mundo faz. Next. She took the cow by the horns. The cow. What is the mistake? She took the bull by the horns. And what's the meaning of take the bull by the horns? It's to do something that was difficult, but you said, I can do it, and then you were so determined that you reach the goal. It was difficult, but you believe in yourself. And the last one is, he never hesitated to call a spade a brush. Call a spade a spade. Okay, and what's the meaning of call a spade a spade? Do you remember? To say the truth, even when it's not polite. I'm going to be rude if I say that to her, but I will. This is call a spade a spade. Falar a verdade. even if it hurts. Okay, now we are going to do exercise 5. Rewrite the sentences using cleft sentence. It isn't clear where her ancestors came from. So you need to write cleft sentences. You need to give emphasis. So you are going to use the pseudo where her ancestors came from isn't clear. So I give emphasis in my sentence. I give the emphasis. I use my verb to be in the second part. The organizers haven't decided when they will hold the event. Onde os organizadores irão fazer o local, quando os organizadores irão realizar o evento, ainda não foi decidido. So how can I say? When the organizers will hold the event. Ainda não foi decidido. Is something that they start to talk a month ago, and until today they hasn't been decided. So I use the verb to be. Okay? I want to know why they had an argument. It's like, o que eu quero saber é porque eles discutiram. How can I say? What I wanted to know is why they had an argument. It's entirely by chance how I end up in this job. Como eu parei aqui, so how I ended in this job is entirely by chance. Okay. Don't ask me what we spoke about in the meeting. It's confidential. O que nós falamos na reunião é confidencial. What we spoke about in the meeting is confidential. And if you want, you can say, and I can't speak. Only if you want. Great. So I have 2 sentences and I create 1 using cleft, giving emphasis. This is pseudo cleft sentence because I have only 1 sentence. Okay? Remember that the original cleft sentence starts with it was, it is. Great. Exercise 6. You are going to use these words to complete the sentence. I didn't want to sing at the karaoke party, but my friend get up on stage. My friend said, hey, let's go there. My friends persuade me to get up on stage. Great. Maria take photos at her birthday party, and I said yes. Maria asked me to take photos. He, the newspaper journalist, print the story about him. He said, please, please. He begged the newspaper journalist not to print the story about him. The police officer, the thief, forced the thief to the ground. And the last one, my school encouraged us to take up sport in order to keep fit. Great. The next exercise, exercise number 7, you are going to use conditions, okay? David hadn't been paid, so he couldn't buy his brother the birthday present he wanted to. So it's like, se o David tivesse sido pago, ele teria comprado o presente. So, is third condition, past perfect, would have, and my verb in the participle form. If David had been paid, he could or would have bought his brother the birthday present he wanted. I didn't have the car, so I couldn't buy much at the supermarket. So I have a past condition of a present result. So how can I say past perfect? If I had the car, third conditional, and now I use the second. I could buy much at the supermarket. Melissa wanted to go to the football match. She couldn't get the tickets. Se ela tivesse comprado os tickets, if Melissa had been able to buy the tickets or to get the tickets, ela teria ido ao show. She would have gone to the match. Sorry, not concert. We didn't have a map, so we couldn't find the way. Se nós tivéssemos um mapa, nós teríamos encontrado o caminho. If we had a map, we would have found the way. Can I change? No, because it's past. Ok? Se nós tivéssemos um mapa, nós teríamos encontrado o caminho. Já passou a oportunidade. I didn't know who he was. I didn't accept his friend request. Se eu soubesse quem ele era, if I had known who he was, I would have accepted his friend request. Mesma coisa, é uma condição do passado. Eu não conhecia ele e eu não aceitei o convite. Já perdi a oportunidade de aceitar o convite, eu neguei. Ok? Guys, what I want to remember you, if you want to omit the if, you can put had. Had I know who he was, if we had a map, had we had a map, I want to eliminate if, so I put the had before. Had Melissa been able? Had I had the car? If David had been paying, had David been paid? Remember that you can omit the if, but you should put the auxiliary had before the person. Okay? And the last one is rewrite the sentence with could have or would have. If we had time, we could have visited our aunt. Nós poderíamos ter visitado. I think could have visited is better than would have visited. If I had wanted to go shopping, I do it myself. Eu poderia ter feito. I could have done it myself. If my family has been able to emigrate abroad, we teríamos nascido. Não é poderíamos, é teríamos. We would have been born in New York. Great. If we had known about the fine, we não teríamos permitido o cachorro. We wouldn't have allowed the dog on the grass. And number 5, sorry, I didn't see you. If I had known you were waiting for the bus, I teria te dado uma carona. I would have given you a lift, a ride. That's it. Okay? So we finished the review of our Unit 2 and Unit 3. We did some exercises. It's good before the test on Thursday you check the vocabulary and idioms before the test. Okay? Have a nice day. Thanks a lot. If you have any questions, you can contact me by mail. Bye-bye.